it's a burning question that probably the elephant in the room right now. Interest rates are high. How do you think that, as a real estate investor, obviously it's a bad thing for me, then how do you think that I can navigate around it?
With the rise of interest rate, it's actually due to the fact of inflation, right? So it's to really better out inflation, and because of this very interesting relationship, the rents have also been going up very steadily, right? So I think you really talk about seeing rental yield of like 4-5% in Singapore residential property. You think about it in that perspective, it's like almost never seen in the last like 10 years. Other than recently, right? So this is something that come up because of rising interest rate, which of course combats down inflation. So now, I always like to say this one thing is that if we really compare down investments, all right, to insurance policy or savings plan, right? If a 1-2% increase in interest rate might end up being about, let's say, about $300 to $500 more in your mortgage, depending of course in terms of the quantum. All right, I'm more used to maybe a 300k pound, 400k pound kind of quantum in UK, so that's about $300 to $500 extra in terms of mortgage or cash flow, right? The good thing is at least rents are going up. It covers at least a portion, if not all, of this increase in interest rate. But even if I look from a point of view of negative cash flow, I think that it's very funny when we put it as a savings plan. All right, let's say into insurance policy, we are very okay to pay $500 a month as a negative cash flow with the objective of saving the money at the end of the day. But then when it comes to negative cash flow from property, it's like as though the whole world collapsing like that. I mean, it's just about perspective, right? And the key here is this: is that we got to ask ourselves as investors, okay, how long more would I need to so-called be involved with this high interest rate environment? Let's say 2 years. Fine. Out of these 2 years, I have a $500 extra that I need to cough out due to bad cash flow. 500 times 12 is 6,000. 6,000 times 2 years is 12,000. Take this 12,000, put it one side, all right, to finance this negative cash flow, right? And so everything you got to look at is from the long-term perspective, all right? Because the last thing you want to do is that if insurance perspective, you terminate a policy, you lose like what, 80% of value, right? Of course, in property perspective, you might not even lose value, but you lose out the opportunity or you lose out the advantage that you ever gotten into in terms of price point. So that's why I rather look at long-term perspective. It sucks that interest rate is high, all right? It's just that how are we going to deal with it?